Okay, so now I would love to hear about the other part of the investigation was doing the classroom waste audit as well as, doing like other random spaces in the school where you compile. And so the whole point is you figure out about on average how much waste your school produces in one day. And then, if school's in session an average of 180 days, it gives you just kind of a snapshot of your school for that year, but also how you can do it year after year and keep seeing how you're making changes and improvements. So for your school, how did you, at an elementary level, set up to do the classroom waste investigation?
So we are a K-6 building with 2 classrooms per grade level. So 14 class student grade level classrooms plus all the other supports. So I had made arrangements with our night custodian to collect our waste for the day. And then he put it in a big rollaway container and delivered it to me. The collection is the easiest part of the whole shebang. It is in the sorting that takes quite a bit of time. The original motivation for doing a whole school audit was we were trying to convince our district to let us have a contract with our local recycling company, hence having an on-site commingling recycling container here to prove how much of the waste we were generating day after day could be recycled and would not be going to the landfill. So that was our main motivation. So again, made sure my custodian was on board, made sure the principal knew what I was doing and why there would be trash hanging out overnight. And then having the green team help me weigh those bags and sort and gather our data. It was as simple as I gave the custodian a sheet of labels labeled with the classroom teacher or the room, and then he just stuck it on the bag and put the new liner in and was good to go. So that part was very quick and easy.
Awesome. So he pulled the bags at night, put them in a rollaway, delivered them to you. And so the next day, how did you organize the sorting and, what did you have in place?
A big tarp on the floor, just like that, and did one bag at a time, gloved up, of course. And it wasn't in the middle of flu season, cold and flu season, because even 5th and 6th graders are still pretty freaked out by a lot of tissues in the trash. Didn't find anything crazy nasty, but again, apple cores and used Kleenexes and other food items that show up in a trash can were a little disconcerting. At that point, the green team started making signs to hang up near trash cans saying, please empty your liquids, because if something with liquid got thrown away, then that made sorting the bags a little less than fun.
So did they have a good gross time going through it and laughing and giggling and all that?
And somewhat judging, oh, I wonder who threw that in there. I wonder where that came from, kind of situations.
So what would you say, the best part, what did you watch them learn through that process?
I think just, again, seeing a pile of trash all together. Students only see the trash can in their classroom or the recycling container in their classroom unless they're part of the green team. Seeing it all put together just for one day was a real eye-opener for them.
That's neat. So you then bagged the waste back up and weighed it, so
Mm-hmm.
you could use that for the investigation. So you knew how much paper or whatever.
Right. So we had weighed the bags prior to opening them and then sorted what could be recycled, what could not be, and then weighed so that we knew which was which, and then went from there, went on to the next bag.
Perfect. And then how did you handle the other? Oh, the custodian did it, right? He
Yeah,
just
he
pulled the
took,
office, and
mm-hmm,
so he just pulled
right.
all the spaces.
Everything he had a label for.
So it was just, so even in the investigation, it's like a separate section. You just did it all at
Right,
the same time.
right.
Super smart. And then how did you have the kids compile that data?
Just simply did the total poundage of trash, of bags, what came to us, and then the total amount we put in the commingling dumpster versus what went back to the custodian that had to go out to the trash can.
Awesome. And for their action plan, did they, like you mentioned, they made the signs for the liquid. Did they have any other kind of action planning ideas or
I think
things?
that's when they ramped up their action plan. Kids are pretty crafty. They do love making a good poster, and that really ramped them up to putting posters close to the trash can. Um, a real simple change that came on after that was asking teachers to put their trash can far away from the recycling container. So it was an intentional, oh, I'm going to go to the trash can to throw that away, or I'm going to the recycling container to recycle something, because when they were side by side, anything was fair game. If they had trash to throw away, it might wind up in the recycling container because it was right there. And they didn't stop to think what they needed to do with it. So that was a simple action plan item early on.
Yeah. Cool. Any other tips or advice for doing that part of the investigation?
Again, probably choose your day wisely. I would not pick a Friday and have it sit over the weekend, or do it on a day where like the green team's going to be coming in so that everything's ready and you have lots of hands to help, and it will go way faster.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you very much.